So what makes Hickey HQ an awesome team to be a part of? We're fanatical about relationships. We invest and drive culture. And because of all those, we get massive results. So hi, I'm Will. I am the co-founder of Hickey HQ. And this is my wife, Sarah. She is my co-founder.
I'm Sarah. I'm kind of the supporter, the special projects, the arts and crafts, the message relayer of the team.
The everything.
So I came up here for a coaching job, and I met him at the pool, and he was in and over my lanes, and I'm still applying for this job, and he's disrupting all the kids, and I thought, what is this guy doing? He was so loud and so like obnoxious. I don't know if he was just trying to show off, and I was just like, oh my word.
I was running a bar, and there was one night we were out with a friend at their birthday, and I met this girl named Sarah that I knew from the past in swimming. We both swam together on teams. She lived in Red Deer and I lived here in Edmonton, so we kind of knew of each other, and we just hit it off. And I grabbed her and never let her go. And I knew that if I wanted to make a go with this girl, that I would never be able to do it when I was running a bar. And so I got into real estate. So there are no coincidences.
I mean, since we had kids, it's changed big time. Since I do a lot of the kids' work. He loves to be there. Obviously with the job, it's really hard to be there, but I think that's why it works so well, is that I know our schedule, our day, and I just say, hey, we're at the track, hey, we're at the pool, hey, we're here, so he can come and jump in and watch, and if he has to go, or he can be there on his phone working a bit, but I think he knows and trusts that I have the backbone of the house under control most days.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, a lot of the times we're high-fiving as we're switching in and out of the house, or he's going to work or I'm going to work, but it works. I've always known, like in my heart and my gut, that he would be a leader of something, whether it's personal development, a speaker, real estate. I always knew that was kind of like his tool. So when he was in the corporate world, being a realtor, there was too much red tape, and I could see that. And so when this opportunity came for YEGPro, it was just like the green lights went on, and you could see his leadership kind of really take over, and a lot of realtors just love that. Our team is very close together. We're definitely here for supporting each other. I find a lot of real estate agents are there to be, they're very competitive and like in it for me, in it to win it. With Hickey HQ, we're very supportive. So we're very competitive, but we uplift each other. We're like, hey, you're doing that. I can't wait to do this. You're doing such a good job. Maybe I'll do this as well. So we're really, the community and like the relationship of our team is huge. Real estate agents can be very lonely in this huge real estate world. So with Hickey HQ, we tend to really make sure you have a culture and a team and supporters within our team. A lot of times Will does the weekly meetings, and I kept thinking, you don't have time for this, like let's just like hammer down and go. And he was like, it's super important to like feel uplifted when you do these meetings. So he researches and finds content, really knows what's happening in the market, is kind of like ahead of that curve a little bit. Real estate agents, like you're there to be in front of the people, not paper pushers. So that's where Lisa and I really create a system so that the realtors can do their job and be in front of the clients and be at their best, so they're not stressed out about processing a deal. They can just say, here Lisa, here it is, and we know exactly where your deal is at. So even running with, say, our 7 agents we know with our checklist, okay, they're at this point, they're at this stage, we need to contact the clients here. So it's really making sure that they're successful so they can just keep doing what realtors want to do and not be in the office. So with that, we know, okay, you're closing this deal here, now it's time to work on your next one, or here's goals to move on to the next part.
I think too, if I can also just add, and it's interesting because the checklists have been honed over a decade. And so they're not fresh checklists. And so we had a situation yesterday where We have a lot of family involved in a sale of their parents' condo. And Lisa has a system of exactly when she sends out an email of instructions of what to do on possession day. And she knows exactly when to send out an email of what to expect next. So our agents aren't thinking about having to prep the clients for what's next. Sarah and Lisa do it all for them. And so we got a response back from these, I guess, kids of the parents we were selling. They said, we were just asking ourselves that question not even an hour ago of what do we have to do next? What do we do with these things? And lo and behold, here comes an email from Lisa. I had no idea they were even asking themselves that question. But because of Lisa's system, it's been honed and it's been tailored to those exact situations. So us as agents can then just go and serve people.
But his passion is helping business owners become better business owners and finding like that mentor. Like he has and had a great mentor, and I think just being able to be that for someone else gives him a lot of purpose and a lot of passion. And that's where the kind of the thought of having a team was there. So we started off with one team member, and I just kind of said, why train one when you can train 4 or 5? And you could just see the smoke coming out, and he was like, yes! So that was a major turning point, because he was like, of course, like we can build a team from this. And that's where he really, took off with his team, starting at our other real estate brokerage. And then once we had the opportunity to come to YEGPro, it just really launched from there.
That was one of the best pieces of advice she's ever given me. I was literally training one agent, and she was like, I don't understand. Why are you training one? Why don't you train 3 or 4? And I was like, oh, because it's the same amount of effort to do 1 as what it is to 3 or 4. And it allows us to expand our impact. And that's the part I think is the coolest. It's not about, I can only take on 1 because I think I can only handle 1 and that sort of stuff. It's the exact same process. If you're training one person to do a task, if there's 3 or 4 people sitting there, everyone learns and everyone ups their game, right? And that was by far the best turning point in the team.
And I think because we have so much experience on our team, we have a couple of brand new agents and a couple of seasoned realtors that they each had their own advice to give in. Like with the newer agents, they're a little bit more technology based, where like the more seasoned realtors are like, oh, we're just like paper and trying to push through. So they really complement each other, and that's what's great when you train them all. You see that dynamic in everybody. We want to raise the standards of the real estate agents that are out there, and show that they can be more than just a transaction and actually be like there for people.
It's amazing. It's amazing to me. It's like if you want to get yourself out of a job, just focus on a transaction, forget about people, and you'll be out of the job right away. Focus on the people, and the people will support you forever.